Alright, so a couple days ago I decided to jump back into Reverse and see if the game was still kind of active and played, and to be honest I was very surprised with the fact that it very much is still a active game. From my kind of experience, I think most players I matched with came from PlayStation, which doesn't really shock me for some reason. But for the most part, lobbies were full, there were active players who had clearly put a lot of time into the game. I was getting matches with sweats, I was getting matches with clearly new people, and it's pretty crazy to see the game still going. I think one of the kind of, problems with the game was the fact that it didn't really add much content. We've got like 3 maps. All the iconic heroes are there, but then there's extras that are kind of just like nobodies in a way, where they're just kind of characters from Village that no one really knew who they were, and they all look the same. They do play differently, but they're all kind of visually the same. In terms of like any additional content coming to the game, we don't know if there's any coming at all. I'd imagine not at this point, but it's actually surprising, how populated it still is and how fun it can still be at times. I think another issue with the game and why it didn't really sustain a player base is because, and I don't know why it's the case with this game or Resident Evil Resistance, is it never went standalone. Like, you had to buy Resident Evil 3 to play Resistance, and you had to buy Village to play Reverse. These games would be massively helped, if Capcom decided to, you know what, let's just release them standalone. Maybe they'll be free, maybe they'll be like, I don't know, £10 or something like that, and give more people access to the game, because they are fun to a degree. Like, I don't think I can play them like consistently. I can't play them like hours on the end of the day, but I can jump onto Reverse or Resistance really and play it for like an hour or two maybe, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm good for a bit now. But it's still fun in the moment. And don't get me wrong, they're both plagued with issues. Like, Resident Evil Resistance nowadays has a big balance problem. Now I've stopped supporting the game. There's like 1 build or 2 builds you use on like a character or a mastermind that just kind of dominates. This game, while it does feel kind of balanced, there is the issue of just ability spam by monsters and stuff, which can get really annoying. You get stun locks pretty much all the time. In terms of the matchmaking, although it's not as popular as it was, it's still fairly active, but with that comes the whole, you'll get paired with anyone of any skill, so you could be a new player and get matched with people who have played the game for a while or are very good at it. For anyone who doesn't know, Reverse is always kind of matchmaking with skill, so depending on your skill rating, your MMR, you'll get put with players similar to that, but sometimes the matchmaking takes too long and it just throws anybody in. So you could be like a new player who hasn't played 1 match and get put against the guy who's on the highest tier of rank, which I have seen in this game multiple times, and you'll get absolutely dunked on. Lag is a big thing as well. Sometimes lobbies can be really laggy. I believe the game has host matchmaking, like peer-to-peer matchmaking, which is awful for something like this. Basically what that means is it kind of runs off the person who has the best connection in the lobby, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have the best connection to that person. So it can be really frustrating when you're getting in a lobby and everyone's just kind of teleporting around or taking like no damage and suddenly you're dead, and it's just like, okay. Where the game does shine though is the characters you get, the abilities they can have, and the skins you can get for the characters you can play. I think they're all really well done. There's some classic skins in there, there's some newer skins in there, and there is a crossover in this game surprisingly. I actually logged in when I played, I didn't realise, but for some reason, I know there's a crossover in the other game, but there's Division 2 skins in this game. For all of like Chris's team members, like the Wolfhound squad, have Division 2 skins, and it's weird that they picked this game to put them in, but they look pretty good actually. So it's an interesting one. I don't really know anyone who plays Division 2 anymore, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, to answer the question of the title of the video, is the game still active? I think yes, mostly. There are some times in the day where you can't find a match, or it just takes so long to find a game, but I was playing like the evening kind of time, and also playing on the European servers, so I don't know how active they are compared to like the American servers or the Asian servers, but from my perspective, the European servers seem fairly active in the evening. So if that's kind of the time you want to get on and play, that's probably your best bet. I don't think any other time in the day really works out. A weekend, obviously, naturally, there's probably more people playing, but in the week, you want to get on in the evening. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. It's a shame, really, for both of those games, because although I know, and everyone knows, Resident Evil isn't really a game that works well with PvP, but they are fun. Like, they are fun. They are not balanced, they are not meant to be taken seriously, but they are fun. And it's a shame for both of them that they die so quickly and they don't get supported as much as they should, but it is what it is. Now what I do want to do at some point in the future is maybe try and get like a subscriber lobby going on this game. You can make private lobbies and put a code in so people with that code can join, and that'd be pretty fun to do at some point. If anyone is interested in doing that, do let me know. But yeah, if you're still playing the game, let me know. Let me know how your experience is with it nowadays, and if you're still enjoying the game. But as always guys, thank you all for watching. Remember to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe for more Resident Evil content every day. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.